Yes, my people. Listen to what happened inside court today, from beginning to the end. All the whole transcript of everything what happened inside court today. All the whole matter, all the whole evidence when Peter Obi load enter court from EC8 Bs for both Kaduna State, for Imo State. Peter Obi say one of him votes, not they miss. One. You know to say maybe they go two. He say one vote of obedience will be recovered from any corner where he did. Watch this video. You go hear all the words they intended today. The whole thing will happen inside court. And as they don't subpoena INEC to make sure they bring out all the evidences, else they go use the one where they go provide from police custodies. Watch this video. Let me share them. More continue to push this pressure forward. Now our target with that.
Peter Obi and the Labour Party chieftains entering the courtroom for the continuation of hearing of his petition by the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal. Earlier, Atiku's legal team requested an adjournment from the court, which was granted anyway. This adjournment is to enable them put their house in order and maybe educate their witnesses better. Because what happened yesterday in court, no matter how PDP guys want to hype it, it was not a good showing for the witnesses. How can a witness be claiming that Labour Party cannot win Nasarawa State, and when asked the authentic results, he couldn't say and started quoting one PDP national agent? If truly they had a national agent during the election and he is in possession of the result, why didn't Atiku's legal team bring the person to court to testify by himself? In the eyes of the law, the testimony of the witness that they brought to court can best be described as hearsay. That's why the lawyer that cross-examined him capitalized on it when he asked him if the national agent of the PDP is alive. PDP's case is just all over the place. It's not very clear what they want, and their options are very limited because Atiku won't participate in a runoff, assuming that's the verdict the judges will arrive at. A runoff election will be between Peter Obi and Tinubu. We made a video about it, and for those who think a runoff is between the first and the second person, the video link will be at the end of this video. Now, let's see the full transcript of today's proceedings. Labour Party's lead counsel, Levi Uzuku SAN, represented Labour Party today. Pinheiro SAN for INEC, Wole Olanipeku for Tinubu and Shetima, and Fabemi SAN for APC. The presiding judge, Honorable Justice Samani, quickly apologized. We are sorry we are coming in a bit late this afternoon. There are certain matters we needed to sort out. Labour Party lead counsel introduced Ben Anachebe SAN as the person that will lead today's proceedings, and he began by saying, "My Lord, we will be tendering forms EC8 Bs of all the states, and I will plead, for time's sake, if my Lord will allow me, call out all the states, and then we tender it together while the adoption will take place together." The presiding judge wasn't convinced, and he declined. "No, we won't do that. We have to call it one after the other. Let's be consistent with our process." LP Council replied, "As you wish, my lord. I'm tendering 21 local government area from EC8 Bs of Adamawa State." While he was calling the LGAs one by one, the INEC Council, in his usual manner, objected to the admissibility of the forms. No need mentioning this any longer because they will oppose everything, despite the fact that they stamped these documents and delivered them to the Labour Party. The presiding judge also started today in a very jovial manner. When Tinubu's counsel wanted to give the mic to his colleague, he said, "You are passing the mic to Mike." The name of the person is Mike, and they want to give him a mic, short for microphone. Tinubu's lawyer had told the court that he will give the microphone to his colleague, Mike SAN, to express their objection. APC counsel also raised their objections against the tendering of the INEC from EC8 Bs by the Labour Party council. After calling the 21 LGAs in Adamawa State, LP Council said, "We are now tendering into evidence INEC certified forms EC8 Bs of 8 local government areas in Bayelsa State." As usual, objections came raining down from the trio of INEC, Tinubu and APC councils. Nevertheless, the presiding judge announced their admission into evidence and subsequent marking as exhibits. The Labour Party council went on to tender more documents and tried to make fun of INEC. "We are now tendering into evidence INEC certified forms EC8 Bs of 8 local government areas in Bayelsa State." This is not a laughing matter. It's strange that INEC, that is funded with the public money, will be conducting themselves this way in public. It's not their job to defend Tinubu or APC. However they want to defend them in court, they should be able to draw a line. It's quite unfortunate that INEC officials cannot do basic additions and subtraction. Their top officials didn't even bother to cross-check the figures before passing the result to the next level. This is just trying to assume that they genuinely made a mistake, but we all know it was intentional. It was a heist. All the people that monitored the election can be wrong. All the party agents can be wrong. Even results on IREV isn't wrong. Their own CTCs being tendered by the Labour Party are at variance with what they announced. In the face of all this, all INEC could come up with are objections. The Labour Party Council have now moved from Bayelsa to Benue State. He tendered forms EC8 Bs from 23 local government areas of Benue State, after which the presiding judge made his remark. These documents of Form EC8 Bs are now admitted by the court as evidence and tagged exhibits. The Labour Party Council moved to Kogi State, where they tendered certified true copies of Form EC8 Bs in 21 local government areas of Kogi State. After they were admitted in evidence by the presiding judge, the LP Council said, "Let's move on to Nasarawa. Kindly go to page 60 of the schedule. May it please your lordship, sir." And he went on to tender INEC CTCs of Form EC8 Bs from 11 local government areas of Nasarawa State. The presiding judge also acknowledged the 11 Form EC8 Bs of Nasarawa State are admitted as evidence and marked as exhibits EAD1 to EAD2. The Labour Party Council went on to tender INEC CTCs of Form EC8 Bs from 25 local government areas of Niger State, after which the presiding judge gave his usual acknowledgement. It was like a chorus. When he finishes calling them, the judge will give his acknowledgement, while the other parties will also chorus their objections. After Niger State, the Labour Council tendered results from Ondo State. The INEC Form EC8 Bs cover 18 local government areas in Ondo State. It was at this point, while he was tendering them, that the presiding judge made a remark about the dressing of some lawyers. This judge, "I am seeing a lot of improper dressing in the courtroom. You are not dressed properly. See your hair looking like..." This is true. If it were civil cases or other trials, he will not allow them in court. He admonished the senior lawyers to train the junior lawyers working with them very well. He finished by saying that he wouldn't want to see them not dressed properly tomorrow. The LP Council replied, "We will all keep watch on them, my lord. Their hair should be packed neatly." He also sought permission from the court to tender more documents, as he put it in a jab to INEC. "Now, I wish to tender 21 local government areas duly certified true copies of Form EC8 Bs received from the custody of INEC and duly procured from INEC." This is making it very obvious. They are making fun of INEC now. That's good, but you can't shame people who are shameless. After tendering Form EC8 Bs from Sokoto, the presiding judge, as usual, acknowledged reception. From there, he moved to tender documents from 25 local government areas in Delta State. From Delta, he went to tender documents from Imo State. Let's hear the exchange. "My lord, I'm presenting 26 local government area from EC8 Bs for now for Imo State. We listed 25, but it's 26, my lord." The judge asked him, "Which one is missing?" He goes on to explain that it was omitted by INEC, but is there. To which the judge responded, "No problem, we will add it." But before he could round up Imo State, they still discovered that one was still missing, so he apologized. "My lord, apologies. We will look through and tender the remaining one another time." And the judge once again acknowledged that they've admitted 25 local government area from EC8 Bs in evidence and marked as exhibits. Something funny happened when he was tendering documents for Kaduna State. The presiding judge knows how to crack jokes. He said, "We have more than 19 local government area here. I'm seeing Japa LGA." "It's not Japa," the LC Council responded. He continued, "We don't want to Japa. Japa is when you're leaving the country." The local government area the judge wanted to pronounce was Jaba, local government area Kaduna. So he went on to tender documents of 21 LGAs in Kaduna. After that, he tendered documents for 31 local government areas in Oyo State. So basically, the Labour Party legal team are tendering certified true copies of Form EC8 Bs from many local government areas across many states in Nigeria. We do not want to upload this video very late like yesterday, as some of you are already sending us messages demanding to know about today's proceeding. Labour Party's court session started very late, about 2 p.m. and up till now, past 5 p.m., the court is still in session. In closing, let's address some people asking how the evidence should be tendered. The issue here is that INEC doesn't have a choice. They conducted a presidential election and declared Tinubu winner. Other parties are saying no, that Tinubu didn't win. That's why they are here in the tribunal. So INEC must provide proof of how Tinubu won the election, which they are doing, although they haven't provided all the required documents. Maybe they have lost some. If not, there's no other reason, because they must have looked at these documents before concluding that Tinubu won. So there must be copies of these documents somewhere. That's why the electoral law made provision for upload of Form EC8As, although INEC is not mandated to upload other forms, but for storage purposes in digital format, they can upload all documents for safekeeping. So that in this kind of situation that they say they don't have some of the documents required by the Labour Party, they can just download them, print them, stamp them, and deliver to the parties that demand them. The other day, the Labour Party lead counsel said they've issued INEC a subpoena. They must bring those documents to court. Few people can't take millions of Nigerians for a ride. INEC should come and prove how they got the figures they announced. And if they continue to refuse, the court should rely on the police copies or political party copies to recalculate the results in the areas where INEC failed to provide certified true copies. INEC is in contempt of court. In the eyes of the law, they have proved that they can't be trusted. The court should not help INEC to frustrate the petition, because that's clearly their intention. They don't want to provide the results. The places they provided, they feel it won't be of high significance. That when the votes in these areas are recalculated, the Labour Party might still not win or make the required 25%. That's why the places where they stole Labour Party votes in the hundreds of thousands, they suddenly can't find the results. Whatever they are